It's very early. Um, I don't know what's wrong with me, but I cannot sleep. I have been just going to bed very early and then waking up very early. And when I'm talking early, you would think that 6 o'clock in the morning would be early. Oh no. Today I was up at 4:40 or something like that and just couldn't sleep. And then I've got all these things that I've been wanting to say on the channel, but haven't done it because, life is what it is. And it's so early, look, nobody is even watching right now. So it's probably going to replay for you. And that's just how this is going to go. But, back, oh, two people. Hi, two people. Back when I was, a younger person, why am I up so early? I'm going to tell you why I'm up so early. No makeup, you know, went natural all night with coffee. I got coffee. That's a good thing. Um, Back when I was young, I really looked forward to that fallback situation, right? That was a thing. You're just like living for that extra hour of sleep. You were living for it, right? Now, it is messing me up. And of course, Luna will not rest until I do things. Luna pup. Oh, God. This dog is so needy at times. And my daughter very quickly pointed out that she's a Pisces. Will you please, needy dog? Anyhow, so I was living for that fallback, and now it is. I hated spring forward because I was going to lose that hour of sleep. Good morning. Um, However, the older I've gotten, fallback is really messing with me in a really bad way. It's really messing with me in a really bad way. So I am tired. I am up a lot. Um, not getting as much sleep as I normally would. And it's a thing. But I have been thinking about a lot of the season 2020 in general, how very challenging it has been for all of us. I mean, there's so many of you going through stuff out there that is like far more than we have all experienced in any other year. Now, don't get me wrong, there's been bad years out there. It is a thing. It just has been really sucking bad. I am grateful to be an essential worker or deemed an essential worker, and I have an office to myself. I don't share an office with anybody, so I'm able to mask up when any of the board members come in to sign checks or have a meeting or whatever. Most everything is done on Zoom, and I am so over Zoom. I'm so over Zoom. And I think that's one of the reasons why I haven't been as present in my channel as I would normally have been, because everything is just, we're now forced to go virtual and it's no longer fun. It's just not fun anymore because now it's just like you're arguing with somebody to please mute their mic so that you don't hear everything in the background, but yet they're still there sitting there eating and dealing with plates or whatever, and they're just freaking rude. And I'm dealing with this on the daily, and I'm just done with Zoom. I hate Zoom. I hate it. However, that being said, I realize that I miss interaction with, normal, sane people like yourselves. So let's talk. 2020 has been such a year that I was triggered in some ways dealing with really bad Karens and Chads. Is it Chad or is it Kens? I don't know what they call the male version of a Karen. Anyhow, I've dealt with some really, really bad ones to the point where at one moment after I was dealing with the incident, I was like, I found myself that my hands were shaking. I was just so affected, and I didn't understand why. And I'm like, you know what? I this I just I need professional help. I need professional help in order to get past some stuff, to do some things, to move on with my life, and to heal from some stuff that is making me this way. Us going into Yule, Yule starts Monday. Super excited about it. And we're all kind of like 2020 has forced us to have this whole year of shadow work. Wasn't coming at us. We didn't understand it, and here we are. So, like, I think a lot of us fought it in the beginning, and now here we are and dealing with stuff. And now we're going into a traditional season of shadow work. And what does that really mean? It feels like we've done so much work this entire year. What else can we discover, right? Well, what I learned is that I reached out to a coworker in regards to essential workers and the stress that they're going through during the shadow work is no end. There's no end. It's no joke. I get you. Absolutely, Aiden. So I reached out to a former coworker, really awesome person, and works in kind of like an HR aspect and payroll. And I knew that she knew of some stuff that she was doing for the people that I used to work with, and they had some specialists come in and help give them some tools to kind of get past the Karens and get over the stuff, not take things personally. I am just the biggest Care Bear ever. I take everything personally, and it's killing me. It's killing me, and I've got to learn how to get over this. So I reached out, and her name is Vicky. She's pretty awesome. Reached out to Vicky. She gave me a couple of names and some things to try, and then names of people that I could call. And I really had made the determination and the decision to go back into therapy, go back into counseling. I've Most of you know I've had a pretty dramatic life, full of trauma, and there's things that I think I hadn't officially gotten over or processed through. And I understand this now why, or I understand now why. So, got myself back into counseling. I've been going since September timeframe. So it was kind of started off as a birthday present to myself, and then now I'm continuing and I'm learning a lot of things, and I want to share some of these things with you. On a witchy aspect, you can apply these things into your practice if you wish to do so. And I have made the agreement with the universe that I'm not going to tell anybody how to practice, what to do, how to do it. If they would like my advice on certain things, on how I do things, then I'm absolutely willing to do so. But I will no longer, tell them you need to use this for that and this for that and that with that, because I think it's bastardizing your spell work by getting that much hand holding. And I believe that your spell work really thrives when you do the research and you listen to your intuition and you are led by that. That's when your spell work, I believe, at least I can speak personally, thrives for me. So in counseling, my counselor's name's Jillian. She's really amazing. We are doing a social distance situation where I call her and we have a 50-minute session. I learned that these triggers, when you are going through a trigger and when you're dealing with a trigger, it means that your body, your mind, your soul is ready to deal with the past trauma. And that's a point or a prompt when you are triggered to say, okay, what am I needing right now? What am I really dealing with? It wasn't because that person flipped me off that I'm so angry. It's how am I really processing this right now? Or how can I really process right now? But what is it that I'm getting or not getting right now to make me feel this way? That is step one in how to try to answer your question. Like, where's it really coming from? Okay, she's chewing on a bone. So if you hear weird sounds, it is what it is, but at least she's quiet. At least she's over there on the other side of the couch. That's what's happening. She's over there. She's just chewing away. Good girl. You chew. So that's one. So I found out that your body, your mind, and your spirit, when you are triggered, is ready to deal with the past trauma. Now you got to ask yourself, what is the past trauma and what am I really needing right now? Was that guy flipping me off more of I feel unworthy and now I'm, that's validating my unworthiness? or I am insecure about something, about my driving maybe, and, he just sent me to another thing. I'm realizing that when people react and or even respond to certain ways, and how they do it speaks more about them than the actual situation and what's happening. Very, very grounded people generally respond in a kinder way, and they don't take a position on the what is called the drama triangle. I shared this on my private page, the drama triangle, and I am happy to put a link in the description box as this goes again, or as this uploads, so that you can understand what the drama triangle is. I have a printout here and some notes from my counselor in regards to the drama triangle. There it is, Stop the Drama. And I can read some of this for you so that you can understand what it is. Basically, it's a triangle, it's three sides. And there, on one side, there is the persecutor. On the other side, there's the rescuer or the enabler. And the other one, at the very bottom, is the victim. And I'm going to read just a couple of different things. Now, please know that we can do this drama triangle just to ourselves, and not engage in anybody else. But generally, most people that are on the drama triangle have had really bad paths that haven't been healed from, bad trauma that's they haven't been healed from, and they keep reliving the trauma or the drama in their life by validating their feelings by being in one of these positions, which I thought was interesting. Those people that engage in the drama triangle, it's very common, very, very common, and you'll start to see it once you start realizing how to get off of it. You're going to see that it's probably in your daily life more than you would really like it to be. So those people that are on the drama triangle generally had parents that didn't help parent them in a very good way and taught them how to properly process through or cope with things that happen to them. So those that are on the drama triangle are emotionally immature. They have some growing to do. And they are in this drama triangle because they are afraid of being forthright, authentic, afraid of being genuine, afraid of being vulnerable. So they stay on one of these positions to validate their feelings so that they don't have to be vulnerable and they don't have to be hurt again. It is a defense mechanism that most of us have. So let me just read for you a couple of these different positions. We're going to start with the persecutor or the bully, okay? They are going to say things, this is your fault, you're not okay, I'm so, but I'm, let's see, I'm sorry. But I'm gonna tell you what to do, type of thing. They're ultra critical. They put others down. They blame and point fingers. They keep the victim down as much as possible. They're usually driven by anger and resentment. Hey, Mary Jane, how are you doing? They're driven by anger and resentment. They're rigid in their thinking. They're extremely bossy and they're dominating. All right. So then you have, let's go over to the other top of the triangle. So that was the persecutor. And then now we're going to go over to the rescuer or the enabler. You can also call it an enabler. So the rescuer or the enabler's position generally is the person that would say, oh, you need my help. You're not okay, but I'm nice and I'll help you. Provides support, and then doesn't provide support when they don't, somebody doesn't really need it. They kind of force their support on people. Let's see, feels guilty and anxious if they don't rescue somebody. Feels connected when the victim is a dependent of them. Rescuing creates a sense of being capable. Often expects to fall into a rescue mission. All right. So the victim, oh, the victim. The victim is the person that's always like, oh, poor me, I give up, I just can't do anything right, I'm such an idiot, those types of things, which is self deprecating talk and also validating or seeking the validation from the others. It's like, oh, that's right. Yes, you are the victim. Yes, you do need help. Oh, I feel so bad for you. They're looking for that kind of stuff. They're looking for some sort of connection that is going to be meaningful, yet what they're doing is basically repeating bad behavior because it's gotten them attention before. And I'm just like, wow, mind blowing for me. Anyhow, so they're going to do, they usually feel oppressed, hopeless, ashamed, powerless, incapable, and misunderstood. Seeks to hook up with the rescuer or the enabler to validate their above feelings, refuses to make decisions to solve problems and get professional help to do the self care or change. That's a lot. Okay, you guys, that's a lot right there. And I saw that there was somebody had mentioned something there and I didn't see the comment. I will go back and read it, I promise. But I want to get through this. So now that we've gone through what these positions are, let's say how we switch it. So there is a very definite way to get off of this drama triangle. So we're going to start because we just finished with the victim and how they are. Let's change it up so you can become the survivor. So you go from the victim to the survivor or thriver. Okay. So you move to the survivor thriver with problem solving. State what you want and take action. Keep agreements. If somebody helps, do your part in by following through. Ask yourself, how can I get what I really, really want in a healthy way right now? Count your blessings. Acknowledge your strengths and what you're doing well, what is going well in your life. Remember, you make you, and you're strong, and you're stronger than you think you are. Okay. Absolutely. Now we're going to go the opposite way because there you go. So the rescuer to the coach. Now you can become the coach instead of the enabler or the rescuer and pitying people. Let me just adjust this camera here. I feel like I'm a little better. Okay. I was just seeing like half of my chin. Let's see. Okay. So the coach with clear support. Move to coach with clear support. You can give the message, I care about you, and I know that you're capable. Encourage them. You're totally capable of doing this. I totally believe in you. I'm here if you need me, but I know you got this. That kind of thing. Do nothing that the other person can do for him or herself. Do that. Say, I know you got this. Be an active listener. Instead of listening to respond, be an active listener and say, I'm willing to listen to your problem without making it mine to solve. Because that poor rescuer is always feeling validated and capable when somebody needs them. So we're going to get off of that triangle. We're going to figure that out in a different way. State boundaries. I'm willing to listen to you for 20 minutes. Don't let it drag on forever because the victim might actually be, basically getting fed and draining you out and becoming an energy vampire if they go on for too long. So you have to set those boundaries and you're just like, I'm willing to listen to you. I've got 20 minutes or we can talk tomorrow when it might be better. Whatever you choose, put it back in their courtyard, put it back in their ball yard and let them decide how you're going to be there in their life. Okay, let's move back over to the prosecutor, which now becomes the challenger. So when you move to the challenger with clear structure, state your boundaries. I'm willing to listen to your story for 10 minutes. Very similar to the enabler or the now the coach. Active listening. I'm willing to listen to your problem without making it mine to solve. Again, make expectations clear. I want you to I want you to keep your agreement. Please have it done by Tuesday. This is excellent for those of you out there that are in a managerial role, instead of demeaning and saying, oh my gosh, I really needed this done and why isn't it done, and blah 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 blah. Just simply state it like this. I want you to keep your agreement. please have it done by Tuesday. Again, you're putting the power back into their ballpark, and this victim or enabler has the choice to make that decision and make it work for them and meet their deadline. You can either keep your agreement or I will no longer be involved. You choose. That is pretty powerful. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because this not only falls with some of the things that I'm dealing with, members or customers that I deal with in my community. I also deal with this with, you know, just regular relationships in my life. You can deal with this with your family. If you are in a relationship that seems to be very one-sided, you can flip it and get off of the drama triangle to free yourself by not giving in and being like, let me just tell you, you're going to be triggered. You're going to work at being not triggered, but embrace your triggering. When it happens, embrace it, because that means that there's something for you to solve there. It's the universe, it's the ether, it's whatever you want. It could be your spirit guide. It could be any of these things, but it's telling you you're ready to deal with it now. And if you don't deal with it now, we're going to deal with it later, and it might be in a bigger way. So when you learn to keep your, giving clear structure, when you're authentic to your word, when you are not doing the poor me, but you're actually trying to problem solve, there is a difference in, and I just talked to my counselor about this. I'm like, okay, what about friends coming over or talking to friends? It's just like, I just need a vent. Okay. You're immediately taking the victim role. And I'm like, isn't there some other way? Because I am one of those people. Like, truly, I'm all three of these. We're all three of these things. Absolutely. So how do we get off of here? How do we get into a healthier mode of communication? First of all, most of the times, the prosecutor and the victim actually have underlying anger in there. Guilt actually doesn't come from sorrow. Guilt actually comes from anger, unresolved anger. So you have to first process your anger. If you're angry, you need to remove yourself from the situation, and you probably need to, let's see, she gave me examples of, taking my pillow and screaming into my pillow, releasing that anger. Because most people can't just, holler out loud, that's not a thing. Another one is wringing a towel and biting it really hard to release anger. Punching bag, punching your pillow, having a hissy fit on your bed. As long as you're not hurting yourself or anybody else, this is releasing your anger so that you can come down, get that adrenaline out, and then have a clear head to now then process. And then you got to ask yourself, where am I on this? What am I doing? Am I doing one of these things right here? And how do I get off? And that is when it comes to this fancy thing. So here's the drama triangle down here. Okay. And then here's the healthy triangle up here. So this diagram says that you're basically, below in the drama triangle is a mental experiencing. Look, Luna, really? Stop. She is a mess. It's an absolute mess. She's got to chew on everything. I think her other teeth are coming in. I don't know what is going on, but it's just really aggressive, her chewing. Where are you on this drama triangle, dog? I might be the persecutor right now. Anyhow, so noticing and choosing where you are on this triangle. Here's the drama triangle, which I just went over, and then I just sort of went over the sort of healing triangle, or trying to get off of that drama triangle. So, okay, so there's the villain or the persecutor. It's your fault, discounts the victim's worth, criticizes, judges, blames, punishes. It's your fault, and avoids dealing with their own issues, and feels superior. You're an idiot. These are these people that are blasting others. And right now on social media, it is a thing. And I think it is actually their drug of choice because you can post anything and people are just freaking coming for you. Absolutely coming for you. They are mean, they are rude, they are nasty, they are just something else. And they're out to like engage people. Please play with me in this social experiment called the drama triangle. They're poking you. They're poking that bear. Poke, 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 poke. And they're trying to get a reaction out of you so that they can feel, feed their narcissism and not have to deal with their own problems. That's what's happening. So by you responding to those posts, you're basically the enabler and keeping that negativity going. You're actually giving fuel to their fire to continue their bad behavior. Get it? Stop commenting on their posts. Because the second you go quiet, they'll be like, there's nobody to play with. I guess I gotta find some other way to get attention. All right. So again, the villain to the prosecutor, or the villain prosecutor to the challenger, you are saying, oh, wait, this is small. Where's my glasses? I think they fell. It's like, you got this, affirms that you can, now you're the challenger, affirms that you got this. It's very similar to the coach role. You're going to affirm that the creator, which was the victim, is now creating something good in their life and encourage them to learn and to grow. Give them, help them find the tools if that's what they want. Be the active listener if that's what they want, but provide yourself some boundaries so that they don't drain you down and gut you in the process. So the coach and the challenger can be both of these things. The victim, instead of poor me and how this is whatever, you can be more of like, I can do it. I can affirm self. You can create, you focus and your desired outcomes. You know, this could be through vision boards. This could be through putting intentions on paper, burning it, and let it go to the ether, let it go to the universe. You know, have your goals out there and know what your strengths are. Work with those strengths instead of like, oh, everything's just horrible and I'm just gonna crawl up and die. All that's doing is making you miserable, and it's making the other people that are trying to support you miserable because they don't have time for that because they're holding themselves together too. So instead of getting together and saying, I just need to vent, I just need to whatever with your friends, say, you know what, help me with my thinking right here. This is what happened today. And, you know, I don't want to be the victim, and let me know if I go to that victim role, but, you know, help me with my thinking. This is what happened. Are there any suggestions that you could offer me? I just want to think about this a little bit and see where I can go and where I can take it. And then the coach. So from the hero or the rescuer, you turn into that coach. How, you know, you will ask when the victim comes to you, you're just like, okay, how are you going to do this? You know, you're going to be that Dr. Phil. How's that working for you? How's that working out? You know, what did you find in that? You know, put the ball back in their court so that they can make the decision for themselves. You don't want to tell somebody how to do it, what to do, and every step of the way. You don't have to force yourself in the situation and rush in and fix it. I do this all the time. I do this all the time with my kids. It's not my responsibility anymore. It's not my responsibility. And it sure as hell isn't going to help my relationship with my kids if I keep rushing in and solving crap for them because one, they aren't emotionally mature enough to understand what I'm doing and what it's taking me to do those things. But it's also creating and enabling a really bad relationship. And I'm being set up to be used. But really, the truth is, I'm allowing them to use me and I'm volunteering for it. We don't need to do that anymore. We don't need to do that. You need to empower these people. You need to empower yourself. Now, remember I said that this drama triangle can happen all by yourself. Let me give you an example. So, taxes need to be done. You're the victim. Oh my gosh, I didn't do my taxes. I didn't do my taxes again. I was supposed to do them yesterday and I didn't do them and whatever. You're beating yourself up. You're talking. I'm cheering you on, and you can't hear it. Thank you. um, you're just like, oh, okay, taxes, taxes. I should have done it and I didn't do it, and you're beating yourself up. Don't beat yourself up. Be kind to yourself. Don't take the victim role. Even you don't be a victim even to yourself. You don't need to do that. So victim. Need to do the taxes, can't believe I didn't do the taxes, blah, 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 blah. So then the prosecutor is like, yeah, oh my God, I can't believe you didn't do those taxes. God, you're such an idiot. You're so dumb. You're bad at math. I can't believe that you've waited this long. Now you're going to be at last minute and blah, 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 blah. And da, 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 right. And then the victim is just like, you're right. You're right. I'm such a loser. I can't believe I did this or whatever. And the enabler is like, you know what? Maybe you just need a bowl of ice cream. Maybe you just need a bowl of ice cream, and you'll feel better after you do that. And then you'll have the energy to do your taxes after that. So you eat the bowl of ice cream. All right. And the victim's like, oh my God, I can't believe all that ice cream. And the villain or the prosecutor is like, yeah, I can't believe you did that. Haven't you eaten enough calories today? And blah, 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 blah. And the victim's like, yeah, you're so right. Well, what do I need now? And the hero or the rescuer, the enabler is just like, I'm very much the bowl of ice cream. Are you? Yeah, I get you. The enabler is like, you know what? You're just stressed right now. Maybe you just need to like watch your TV show. Watch your TV show. Sit down, relax for a little bit. Have you noticed that none of these things is actually picking up and doing the damn taxes? There you have it. There you have it. So apply action. What do I need right now? First of all, don't beat your damn self up. If you forgot to make a call or you didn't pay the bill on time, don't beat yourself up. Just pick up the damn phone and try to make something happen. Just make something happen. Sorry, I didn't see that one. That one went away real quick. But I'll go back and read it. So just make something happen for you. Applying the action. Problem solve for yourself. Have friends that are out there that are your support group. Is just to be like, check my thinking on this. This is the problem that I need to solve. I'm thinking I could do this and this and this, but maybe I'm not seeing the big picture. Is there anything that I'm forgetting? That type of thing. If you have some villain or prosecutor, aka Karens, if you have those in your life and you have to deal with them, then you just be an active listener and you're like, mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And just imagine like a little shield. And that could be with a little frankincense oil on your temples. That could be, rocks in your bra. Whatever you want it to be for your shield to go up and just be like, I'll just realize that you don't really have a relationship with this person. Thank God you don't have to go home with this person and eat dinner with them or sleep with them. You don't have to do that. That is just a very temporary situation. And the way that Karen is coming at you says more about them, because they are trying to validate their own feelings and the stuff that they're not dealing with, and they're turning a blind eye to. It has really nothing to do with you. So you get some damn help. You get a manager, you get somebody, and you be a united front in handling that customer. Oh, I gotta wake up now. See, there's my alarm. It's actually 6:30 a.m. I've been up since 4:40. So that's a thing. Get some help. Get safety in numbers. And after it all happens, and if you're angry, go get rid of your anger. If that's going to the bathroom and, just, doing that, just to get it out, something. Breathing is very helpful. There's the app called Calm. You can go into the employee bathroom and you can do a little calm session real quick. Take some breaths. I also learned some other things for grounding. Wiggle your toes. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers as this is happening so that you can get in touch and be grounded and not be engaged in that drama triangle. Breathe. Your breath is very, very important. Just like Lamaze, when you are breathing out, you're releasing that pain. So are you also releasing that anger? So that stuff is not sticking to you. It's coming at you in all different ways. Cleansing breath. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Now, also what I learned is that we as humans can never say this. We put our feelings in brackets. We bracket our feelings. So when something nasty happened to us at work or in a past relationship, or you get in an argument with your kid, whatever, right? We bracket our feelings. So now Karen is going to think we're, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, jazz hand the hell out of them. Get them. It's not, it can be subtle. You don't actually have to do it like in their face or anything. Wiggling your toes in your shoes is very helpful for me. Another one is eye movements. If you're having massive stress, I know I just backtracked, and let me give you this tip because it's really good. There is, I forget what it's called. Dang it, I had it written down. Let me see. Let me find it real quick. But it has to do with eye movements, and the eye movements. Oh, maybe I didn't write it down in this one. Maybe I wrote it down somewhere else. Tension. Okay. It is called eye movement. Ooh, she even said, okay, wiggle toes. You can even, females out there, you could even be doing Kegels while your Karen is screaming at you, because it is your sacral chakra that's moving back and forth. And oh my God, I'm doing a Kegel right now. Anyhow, so also eye movements. Here's another thing. Eye movements. So when you move your eyes left to right, left to right, left to right, left to right, it resets something in your brain. It has something, this is a type of therapy that is done for trauma patients, those with PTSD and all that jazz. And it helps them. So you go all the way left, all the way right, all the way left, all the way right. You do that for like 10 times, and then you come center, and then you breathe. Cleansing breath. It has something to do with resetting your brain, and it gets you back to where you need to do. So, Kegels, wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers, or I saw somebody said rubbing your hands together. That is something else, so that you're getting back to you. You're connecting with self so that you are present here. You're not present there in that tomfoolery. You're present here. So that is very, very good. Yeah, and then the eye movements. Now, obviously, the eye movements is not going to be something you're going to want to do in front of the Karen or in front of a boss that's screaming at you, but it's something that you can do when you're back at your desk or your workstation, on the down low, when you can't get to the bathroom and all that other stuff. Yes, correct, Isabel. Correct, absolutely. These are things that can get you back to where you need to go. And I was going to say something else. Oh, bracketing feelings. Okay. So when we don't do these exercises, I've worked in hospitality and customer service for most of my adult life. I am a mom to 3 kids. However, I have mothered at least 5 to 7 kids that have come in and out of our home. While our kids were in high school, we took in a lot of strays, and that's just a thing. Good morning, little cosmic crow. How are you doing? Nice to see you. So we tend to bracket those feelings because we are told that, and especially those like me who had an abusive mom. I was a foster kid. I never thought that my feelings mattered. I was always told to shut up. And then look, now I have a YouTube channel. And I'm an office manager telling people what to do. Anywho, so you gotta understand that when you bracket those feelings, you come back to them. You're like, oh, I can't deal with it. It's not about me right now. It's about my customer. I gotta take care of what they gotta take care of right now. And my feelings don't count. And in hospitality, this is a big thing, because generally you will take pretty much anything from your customer, and you just, well, this right here, and bracketing your feelings and never coming back to them, is what's causing your anxiety. That exactly is what's causing your anxiety. So there is help for those that are in the customer service and hospitality industry, because yes, you have to bracket your feelings because you have to be a professional in the moment. However, you need to make a practice. Really, really, truly. If you want to heal, then thank you so much. If you want to heal, then you've got to got to process your feelings. I had a very difficult day yesterday, and I spent a lot of time just, and I probably drove my husband crazy. He's probably filing for divorce right now. No, he's not. But I could tell I was wearing on him, and I was absolutely being an energy vampire because I wasn't being considerate of the fact that he also had a hard day. He had worked really hard. He was, I think, cleaning up a room and putting some stuff out in storage and taking care of some stuff or whatever. And I was so frustrated, and I didn't have anybody to talk to. And so I launched on him. And I feel bad now. And as soon as he gets up, I'm definitely apologizing. I'm going to make him a nice coffee with maybe some little whiskey in there or something. I don't know, give him a little treat this morning. But I I was talking and talking and talking, thinking that that was going to solve the problem. And at the end of the conversation, after, I don't know, an hour or two later, it went on way too long. And I was just stuck in it because I was hoping that there was going to be a solution. And the truth of the matter is, the problem I was dealing with, there isn't really a solution for me other than I can only control me. I can only control me. I can't control this other person. I have a situation where there is a different manager that is just not well and launches hate speech, and it's a hostile work environment, and I've got to somehow yet still work with him. But now it's either all or nothing. He's either whistling at me and then either abusing me on the side when he's having a bad day, or he's really really nice. He's just very much like this all the time, and you really don't know what you're going to get and what you're going to come to work to, and it's difficult and it's impeding my work because I just have enough stress, and I'm trying to figure out how to handle this. I've already turned him in. I had to write a report on a timeline of all of the different incidences that have happened over the year and a half that I've been there. I've already turned that in. There's a committee dealing with this grievance. They put him on probation. And right before his probation ended, he started the bad behavior again. And we just had another incident the other day. And he ran quickly to his supervisor to be the first person to tell the situation and his side of the story, which was not accurate at all. However, I have the choice. There's going to be, I talked to my manager. I had already put a text in saying I was having an issue. I was in the middle of writing up an email so that I can extend my grievance log or the incident log and added that to it. I've already done all of my processes, and here I am angry. And I'm just like, why am I not feeling better? Why am I not feeling better? Because I didn't do anything to really get rid of the anger. Yes, I did apply action, but then I bracketed my feelings, and I haven't gone back there yet to actually deal with them. So I intend, when I get off of this, to beat the ever living snot out of a pillow and, maybe just picturing this person's face on it. That's healthy. I'm not really hurting them, but I got to get rid of it. And if it's screaming or whatever it's going to be, I've got to get rid of it so that I can have a level head, because otherwise all I look like to my manager, if I don't ground myself and if I don't get rid of this anger, I'm going to look like the victim to them. I'm going to look like the victim to them, because as soon as you start talking about, well, my feelings were hurt, you're the one that's in charge of your feelings. And it's not your feelings were hurt. You're just angry because he said this and this and this. And that's what happened. And there you are. It's up to you how you feel, how you allow somebody to make you feel. That's up to you. How long you're going to take it. Yes, somebody can say something nasty. Somebody can, say something that would sound or feel like they have hurt your feelings. The truth is, you're upset because it might validate your victim in you saying, you're right, I am a bitch, and I wish that I could do better, and I'm going to try to do better, and I'm going to, do these things that or whatever. And then you beat yourself up, and you beat yourself up, and you beat yourself up, and then nobody is getting any better because all you're doing is going around and around and around in this damn triangle. And somebody's got to say no more. Somebody's got to say no more. So I'm at 44 minutes right now, and this dog has got to go out. So I wanted to come on and talk to you about this, and I wanted to talk to you about it because I know that we're finally ending this 2020. I know that this half of 2021 is going to be similar to 2020 because there's a vaccine and there's still COVID and there's still regulations and mandates that we're all going to have to deal with. And it's going to be a hard road. It was nowhere close to being over, nowhere close to being over. But I'm paying dearly for the therapy. So you're getting this therapy for free here on this drama triangle. I'm going to probably leave you soon. I'm going to post this on my Ravenflower Facebook page and my Instagram. And I will also put a link to where you can find it online. It talks about a Patricia Morgan for solutions down here. That's not who I'm seeing, but I just found it on the web and I thought that it was really good, and that way you guys can see it yourself. So there, going into actual shadow season might be a way for you to start applying this. A really good practice is watching some of your favorite TV shows and start picking out which of the characters are on what position on the triangle. You're like, oh, there's the prosecutor. I see him. Oh, there's the challenger. Look, they're being a coach. They're not being an enabler. They're being a coach. Start practicing that in the safety of your own home. You could also do this at work and not say it out loud. Those are things you can start understanding where you are on the triangle. We take all of the positions. Don't beat yourself up. Get yourself into a healthy thought and frame. Ground yourself. Get rid of the anger. Ground yourself. And then start applying action to get yourself off this damn triangle. I hope this helps, along with spiritual baths, showers, salt baths, scrubs, things like that. Visionary work, vision work is really, really good, envisioning or visualization of what you want your goals to be. What do you call it? Vision board, your goals for 2021, planning things out, making some lists, putting all your thoughts down and burning it into the ether. There are some healing things, taking very, very good care of yourself, giving your body the hydration it needs, the vitamins and minerals it needs, good food. If you're eating a lot of junk food, you're probably feeling really bad. You might want to check yourself before you wreck yourself. I know this because I have been eating a whole lot of taquitos and pizza. I need to not do that. Somebody bring me a veggie. Somebody bring me a veggie. But take care of yourself. Take care of yourself in this season and many others. I love and leave you. I wish you very, very many blessings and a safe and happy holiday season. And so does Luna, because Luna's got to go outside. Okay, you ready to go? All right. Love you. Bye. Have a good one.